Today our topic is, what does it mean to live a good life? A Stoic answer. To live a good life, according to Stoicism, is not about having the most money, the biggest house, or the most friends. It is about living with virtue, wisdom, and inner peace. The Stoics, who were ancient philosophers like Seneca, Epictetus, and Marcus Aurelius, believed that the key to a good life is not in controlling what happens to us, but in controlling how we respond to what happens. They taught that external things like wealth, health, and fame are not within our full control. What is within our control is our mind, our choices, and our actions. This is the foundation of Stoic philosophy. Focus on what you can control, and let go of what you cannot. To live a good life, the Stoics say, you must first understand what is truly important. Many people spend their lives chasing things that do not bring lasting happiness. They think that if they have more money, they will be happy. If they have a better job, they will be satisfied. If they have more friends, they will feel loved. But the Stoics tell us that these things are not reliable sources of happiness. Money can be lost, jobs can change, and friends can come and go. True happiness comes from within. It comes from living a life of virtue, being honest, kind, courageous, and wise. Virtue is the only thing that cannot be taken away from you. It is your inner strength, your character, and your moral compass. The Stoics also teach us to accept the natural order of life. Life is full of ups and downs. Sometimes things go well, and sometimes they do not. This is the nature of the world. The Stoics remind us that we cannot control everything, and we must learn to accept this fact. When something bad happens, instead of complaining or feeling sorry for ourselves, we should ask, what can I learn from this? How can I grow stronger? This is the Stoic way of thinking. It is not about avoiding pain or difficulty, but about facing it with courage and resilience. The Stoics believe that challenges are opportunities for growth. They help us become stronger, wiser, and more compassionate. Another important Stoic idea is to live in the present moment. Many people spend their lives worrying about the future or regretting the past. They think, what if I fail? What if I make a mistake? What if something bad happens? But the Stoics tell us that the past is gone and the future is uncertain. The only moment we have is the present. This moment is where life happens. If we focus too much on the future or the past, we miss the beauty of the present. The Stoics encourage us to appreciate what we have right now, to be grateful for the small things, and to find joy in the simple moments of life. Gratitude is a big part of Stoic philosophy. The Stoics believe that we should be thankful for what we have, even if it is not much. They remind us that there are always people who have less than we do. Instead of focusing on what we lack, we should focus on what we have. This shift in perspective can bring great peace and contentment. Gratitude helps us see the good in our lives, even when things are difficult. It reminds us that life is a gift, and we should not take it for granted. The Stoics also teach us to be mindful of our desires. Many people believe that if they get what they want, they will be happy. But the Stoics say that desires can be dangerous. If we are always wanting more, we will never be satisfied. We will always feel like something is missing. The Stoics encourage us to examine our desires and ask ourselves, do I really need this? Will it make me happier? Or will it just create more problems? By understanding our desires, we can free ourselves from the endless cycle of wanting and finding temporary happiness. Another Stoic practice is to prepare for adversity. The Stoics believe that we should not be surprised when bad things happen. Instead, we should expect them and be ready to face them. This does not mean we should live in fear or pessimism. It means we should be realistic and resilient. Life is unpredictable, and challenges will come. But if we are prepared, we can face them with strength and calmness. The Stoics used a technique called premeditatio malorum, which means the premeditation of evils. This is the practice of imagining the worst-case scenario and thinking about how we would handle it. By doing this, we reduce our fear and anxiety. We realize that even if the worst happens, we can still find a way to cope. The Stoics also teach us to focus on what is within our control. This is one of their most important lessons. Many people waste their energy trying to control things that are outside their power. They try to change other people, control the weather, or predict the future. But the Stoics remind us that these things are not within our control. What is within our control is our thoughts, our actions, and our attitudes. If we focus on these things, we can live a life of peace and purpose. We cannot control what happens to us, but we can control how we respond. This is the essence of Stoic wisdom. Living a good life, according to the Stoics, also means living in harmony with nature. The Stoics believed that everything in the universe is connected. We are part of a larger whole, and we should live in a way that respects this connection. This means living with humility, kindness, and respect for others. It means recognizing that we are not the center of the universe, but a small part of something much greater. By living in harmony with nature, we can find a sense of peace and belonging. The Stoics also emphasize the importance of self-discipline. To live a good life, we must be able to control our impulses and make wise choices. This is not always easy. It requires practice and effort. But the Stoics believed that self-discipline is the path to freedom. When we can control our desires and emotions, we are no longer slaves to them. We become masters of our own lives. Self-discipline helps us stay focused on what is truly important and avoid distractions that can lead us astray. Finally, the Stoics teach us to live with purpose. A good life is not just about avoiding pain or seeking pleasure. It is about living with meaning and direction. The Stoics believe that everyone has a role to play in the world. We each have unique talents and abilities, and we should use them to contribute to the greater good. Living with purpose means being true to ourselves, following our values, and making a positive difference in the world. It is not about fame or recognition, but about doing what is right and fulfilling our potential. In conclusion, to live a good life, according to Stoicism, is to live with virtue, wisdom, and inner peace. It is about focusing on what we can control, accepting what we cannot, and finding joy in the present moment. It is about being grateful for what we have, mindful of our desires, and prepared for adversity. It is about living in harmony with nature, practicing self-discipline, and living with purpose. The Stoics remind us that the key to a good life is not in external things, but in our own minds and hearts. When we live with virtue and wisdom, we can find true happiness and fulfillment, no matter what life brings.